You were watching the 2016 Baseball Media Days. I'm joined now from the University of Dallas, head coach Joe Myers and senior Luciano Villanueva. Guys, thanks for joining me today.
Appreciate it.
So, Coach, I'll start with you. Just from your perspective right now at this point in the season, what's kind of the overall expectation?
Our expectations obviously to do better than last year and to improve, and part of that is through the recruiting process with our freshman class. We have 12 new guys, a few transfers, and so being able to build on last year and continue to try to turn the program around. That's kind of our expectation and what we're hoping to get out. And then I think one of my things that I've talked with the coaches about is being competitive in every game and being respected in the conference. And last year we had some games where we got blown out and we didn't play competitive. And so how do we go about being able to be in every single game, give ourselves a chance to win? Those are going to be the expectations that we have for the spring.
Coach, you touched on it a little bit, but can you talk a little bit more about the new guys that you have coming in for the new year? Kind of just what have you seen out of them, and how do you see them contributing?
Freshman guys have been awesome so far. We went with a different style, I think, of freshman player. I don't know if you want to say more of a dirtbag type of player. Guys that want to just be on the field in the weight room all the time. And we were fortunate enough to find a good combination between those type of guys that can handle that and the classroom as well. So the guys have been out there, and for the most part, there's been some leadership out of the freshman class of keeping some other guys accountable. So it's really been fun having those guys around and seeing how hard they go about their business, and they want to win, and they want to be a part of making some changes here with our program, and kind of have similar visions. And I told all those guys that that was our first recruiting class as a coaching staff. This is a group of guys that we expect to kind of lead the charge in doing that.
Luciano, from your perspective, how are you feeling about the upcoming year, and what do you think the excitement level is like on the team right now?
Well, for me personally, since it's my final year, I'm pretty excited. But from an overall team standpoint, from the buzz I'm getting from practices and our squads, it's pretty exciting. I think we're ready to compete and try to compete for a conference championship.
And here in your senior year, what's maybe one personal goal that you really have here in your final year? What's something you really want to get done?
Well, honestly, personally, I just want to make it to the conference tournament. My freshman year, we made it, and then I haven't been back since. So personally, that's what I want to do. Even though that's a team goal, that's one of my personal goals.
Coach, what area on this team do you think has the most room for improvement, and what's maybe a couple of things that you guys have really focused on so far?
If we're looking at one area of improvement, we have a lot of areas of improvement if we're going off of last year, and so we can't really, nail it down. I think if we're looking at the fall and how the fall is shaping up offensively and defensively, it's ahead of our pitching staff, and really it's our pitchers. It's a depth deal. Returning our ace, and that helps, but just young. We have a junior class of pitchers that we're hoping kind of take the next step in their development and competitiveness. And so as of right now, the pitching staff would be one that, if I had to say, needs the most improvement. But again, we didn't do well last year, so there's a whole lot of areas that we need to build on and improve.
Luciano, what about from your perspective? What's one area of your game that you really want to improve?
For me, as an outfielder, I would like to improve. I haven't played that much. Last year was one of my first years that I played. It wasn't a full season, but the majority of my time. And this year I just want to improve and just try to do the best I can out there to help us win ball games.
Coach, last question for you, and a lot of people think this is one of the hardest questions I ask, but what is one word that you would use to describe your team?
That is a good one. I would say one word is they got some grit. Grit.
All right, head coach Joe Myers and senior Luciano Villanueva from the University of Dallas. Guys, good luck this season. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.